Greetings and welcome to this introduction video of the new CUrecover Business Continuity Planning Solution. It's powered by My Recovery Site. Before we look at the actual site, it's important to review the different parts of business continuity planning so we all have the same perspective. Emergency response is the very cornerstone of every plan. Who do I call? Which staff do I notify first? How do I instruct my employees? Knowing what to do in those first few hours following an incident is vital. The next layer involves managing the incident and starting the recovery. This requires good task management and control and quick communications to key staff and employees. This is the CMNS, which is the Crisis Management Notification System. The cornerstone of the plan is risk management, knowing where your exposures are and how to mitigate them. This includes the business impact analysis, risk assessment, cybersecurity assessment, and vendor risk management. All of these components are shrouded by plan maintenance. Keeping the plan current and tested is a critical requirement. Testing the portability of your operating environment and the recovery of your critical business processes is essential to your survival. These make up the parts of business continuity planning. So as we built this solution, our design objectives were clear. The site had to be intuitive. Since most users are infrequent visitors to the site, we wanted it to be self-explanatory and easy to use, with as few clicks as possible. Get the job done quickly and easily. Unfortunately, BCP is at the bottom of everyone's list of priorities, so it had to be self-policing, so that the site tells the user what's coming due. Is it a document to be reviewed, or a task that should be completed, or a vendor that needs reviewing? The site manages itself, and it does it on an exception basis, saving tons of user time. Our last objective was to make it intelligent. We have over 40 years of experience doing BCP for financial institutions and have gained valuable insight into the process and the best ways to get it done. We built much of that experience into the site so the user doesn't have to reinvent the proverbial BCP wheel. We're very excited about this website and some of the initial feedback that we've gotten from users. So let's take a look at the site now and see how it works. In order to avoid having to drill down in the site to get to a specific area or department, we set up 3 different landing points or home pages. Depending on who you are determines which one you see when you log on. The 3 groups are the BCP administrators and executives who land on the root page, which we're on right now. The department heads, their staff, and supervisors, they land on their own department page. Here's accounting. And all branch staff who land on their specific branch page. Here's the Annapolis branch. All 3 home pages look the same, but have different functionality. The format is the same. Tiles are at the top, alerts in red underneath, and the working area of the page is at the bottom. Since the site will be used during a crisis as well as for ongoing testing and maintenance of the plan, we use the tile approach to keep things simple and intuitive. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So we thought that in a crisis, to activate the plan, you would work left to right on the page. The rest of the time, you would maintain the site by working right to left. This tile format is the same on all 3 home pages, but the content is slightly different. Let's take a quick look at these tiles and what they do. Let's assume we have an impending blizzard and we want to activate our plan. Emergency response is the first thing in a crisis. It's who I need to contact, whether it's my recovery organization I need to notify, or a command center to activate, or maybe I need to check some outside sources before I make a determination about the severity of the incident. I have additional resources right here on the page. There's a document library for any relevant documents, and then at the bottom of the page are my vendors who support my critical, vital business processes. Everything I need is right here. The next tile is the notification system. We call this CMNS, or crisis management notification system. It gives me instant communication with all my staff. I can select all of them or just a few. Once I've chosen the recipients of my message, I can craft it as either a text message, a phone call, and/or an email, and then fire it off. I can also broadcast a message to all landing pages for the site. Not only can I send a message quickly, but I can see the delivery status to know who did and didn't get my message. So now that I've communicated the situation to my staff, I need to figure out what to do. That takes me to the Incident and Crisis Management tile. This tile is for managing the entire recovery process. I can select the type of event that has occurred, and the site will generate the appropriate infrastructure recovery tasks that need to be performed. Again, I have my recovery organization right here, so I can assign tasks to the recovery teams based on who is available. As these tasks are checked off, they disappear from the list. Below these tasks are the specific departments' tasks that must be performed in conjunction with the infrastructure recovery tasks. I can see weather conditions and any breaking news. Facilities needs for each location are also shown here. Each critical and vital business process is shown along with recovery procedures. This page will guide me through crisis, identifying all the tasks specific to that incident. From workplace violence to a tornado, everything I need is right here on this page. These three tiles are used for any incident, regardless of size or severity. They're the same on every home page. Before we look at the rest of the tiles, though, let's look at the alerts. Each of these requires attention. If there are no alerts, this space is blank. Here we see all four types of alerts. Staff contacts requiring sync refers to site membership. Typically, the BCP administrator controls site membership. Changes have been made to these staff members and they are awaiting approval. Department heads can add staff and edit their information, but they have to be approved by the BCP administrator. Syncing sets their site security level, granting them visibility and access to information only suitable to them. We'll see this again under the User Management tile. Upcoming tasks in the next 7 days. These are the maintenance and testing tasks supporting the plan. They show me all the activity involving the plan. If any of these falls behind and misses the target, it goes from yellow to red. The department page shows upcoming tasks as well, but for the next 30 days. So they're on the department head's radar long before they show up on the BCP administrator's level. Next is document review required. Every document uploaded to the site gets an owner and a review cycle assigned to it. This prevents documents from getting out of date. Last, we have vendor review required. Likewise, all vendors are assigned a review cycle. It could be contract review or performance review. You decide. Now let's look at the tiles representing the maintenance activities. A major part of BCP planning is keeping the plan current and testing it regularly. This page facilitates that by allowing not only the BCP administrator, but also the department head to set up test and review events for their area, identifying all the tasks associated with the event, and assigning them to the individuals. Once a task is assigned, the assignee receives an email alert with the specifics of the task. Another email alert is issued when the task falls due, and it appears in the Alerts section of the BCP Administrator's homepage, as we just saw, as well as on the Department's homepage Alerts section. You can see all the active events and tasks associated with their status, as well as completed events. I can add a task to an event, create a new event, or a recurring event, all from this page. The next tile is User Management, which controls site membership. At the top of the page, we see the 4 contacts requiring sync. The BCP administrator approves the changes and then syncs the information. These changes now are updated in the master file. Site membership is your choice. It can be just department heads or your entire staff. However, if all staff are not members of the site, notification won't be able to reach them. Next is risk management. This tile is a work in progress. Right now, it's focused on analyzing business processes and their criticality and finding exposures. Soon to be added are the full business impact analysis, threat assessment tool, a risk analysis, and a vendor risk management system. The last tile on the page is the Recovery Organization Library. At the top of the page is a quick view of planned testing status, showing current and future testing events as well as completed events. Below this is a global document library for the whole BCP plan. Typically, it includes the business impact analysis, threat assessment, analyses, emergency response procedures, and these sorts of things. It contains high-level documentation for the whole BCP plan. This has been a very cursory view of the CU Recover site. More detailed training videos are available. Thank you for your time and attention.